for example, for my research I just presented, Asians seems to be more comfortable with leaders that lead from behind. And oftentimes I think American leaders have the impressions that if they lead, they have to be leading in front. Yeah. But oftentimes, yeah, when they lead in front, they might not have a lot of attention in what the followers are doing or how they are doing, and how about the group, the group that they are leading, what is their welfare, their well-being, etc. So I think leading from behind, which is a more Asian wisdom, might benefit. And especially in my study, I showed that when people think about threat, when it's a high-risk, threatening situation, actually some of the perceivers think that leading from behind might be a good idea. I think it relates to the ecology as well. From my own analysis, oftentimes why a certain group of people shared certain beliefs or values is because their environment is structured in a way that leads to their shared beliefs. And I think the most important thing here is to teach leaders to be sensitive and to do accurate evaluations of the environment. And then, so when they have an accurate evaluation, if there is indeed more risk or threat, then they should be more conservative. I think there's nothing wrong with it. But if they can have an accurate evaluation of the environment and they do find opportunities, then that's the time that I think, for example, trainers can go in and tell them, if you want to be assertive, you want to seek out opportunities, what type of leaders you can become. Yeah, actually I have been doing research on biculturals for 15 years now. Yeah, so in my own studies, I can frame people, prime people, push people to think in a more Asian ways, or make them think more in terms of the American ways. And so when I say biculturals, these people are not necessarily biracial or bi-ethics. That's different. Yeah. So people could be enculturated in different cultures regardless of the person's own racial background. And when they have two cultural representations in their mind, then according to different contextual demands, they might think, feel, and behave differently, and according to the specific requirements of the environment. I think there are several things. First, they have to be sensitive to the differences. Yeah, I think that is the prerequisite. Yeah, so how, for example, Asians, how would Asians in a certain situation, what is the normative expectations? And whereas, in American case, in different situations, what are the expected normative behaviors? So knowing all these, differences are very important. Yeah. But then even more important is that they have to understand that these differences doesn't reflect deep-seated essentialistic difference. That means it's not like Asians are born that way or Americans are born the other way. Yeah, they have to understand the circumstances, the environmental contingency as well. So in a nutshell, they have to be more flexible, knowing the environment in a more nuanced way, and they're willing to act accordingly.